In order to remove the steering tie bar, you'll need one of these. Now don't buy a cheap one. I've got a laser one that has bent. The forks at the end will bend under a lot of tension, and you will end up in circumstances where you're putting a huge amount of pressure through this tool. To position it, you push the forks all of the way in as far as they can. You need to check underneath to see that the bolt is nice and squarely engaged, and then you simply tighten and tighten. Eventually you'll hear a crack, and lo and behold, you separated the steering from the front hub. To replace a track rod end, you first of all loosen the lock nut on the track rod. You can put a small spanner on the hex shaping on the tie bar, a larger spanner on the lock nut, and loosen it like so. The track rod end should then quite freely unscrew. They usually do, but things can go horribly wrong, and if you watch my other video on replacing an inner tie bar, you'll see what can go horribly wrong. Just take that all the way off. Then measure the free thread there. That's 20 millimeters. Then make sure that the nut is turning freely. If it's not turning freely, you'll need to take it off, clean up the thread, maybe use a little bit more and get it running freely, because it's important to get the new track rod end in just about the same position as the old one to come off. So just double check that measurement. That's correct at 20 millimeters. That's my new components. Just compare that to the old one, and I would say the new one is fractionally shorter. So measure that distance, and if it is shorter like this, just put it out a couple of millimeters further on the bar. So I think that's 2 millimeters shorter. So I'm going to set this at 18. There, 18. We'll then literally rotate screw that on, and just gently tighten. The reason you gently tighten is that once you've got the car down on its wheels, you'll need to adjust the tracking, and I will show you in another video how to do that on a basic level before perhaps taking it somewhere where it can be done with accurate equipment. But that's how you change a tie rod end. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe.